What's going on out there, man? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing going down. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody over in Mainman Mademan's boxing forum over on Facebook. Salute to the fam. Salute to everybody that catches this live. Salute to everyone that catches this on the playback, man. Yo, man, getting up on this joint nice and early, live 8:50 a.m. live from the DMV out here. Man, I gotta get on here early, man, just to drop a quick word and get on up out of here before the football crowd come running through. But I just want to jump on. I ain't been on here in a couple of days. I've been very under the weather, fam. For anyone who's probably been wondering where's Mainman been, I've been under the weather. After the last video, I actually got a taste of food poisoning. So got the antibiotics on deck, got the fluids on deck. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm really like anti DoorDash, anti Uber Eats. Zeno, what's up, man? Good morning to you, fam. Good morning, Pito. What's up, fam? Good morning to both of y'all, man. You know, I'm real anti DoorDash. I'm real anti Uber Eats for one reason. Not because I'm worried about nobody messing with my food. I'm anti because they don't be knowing if this food is cooked. Like they be rushing this stuff out the door, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, food is not all the way cooked. Check your food, man. Check your food, fam. Because this stuff be undercooked. And man, you don't know what's going on with this food, man. I ate a sandwich, bro, and I ain't been right since. You know what I mean? Been to the hospital and all that, but I'm good though. I'm back on my feet, and I'm gonna try to get through this, man. But let's get to some boxing, man. Let's get to some boxing, man. Yeah, bro. Man, hey Zeno, man, it was terrible, bro. It's not fun at all. Stomach cramping, you know the whole deal, man. And it ain't fun at all. It ain't fun. Even your energy getting zapped. It's like a new version of it nowadays. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. On to the boxing though, man. Let's talk some boxing, man. My boxing junkie inside of me has been fiending to get out. Y'all already know. We had some fights last night. I wanted to cover it. I just couldn't. Sergey Lipinets was on last night. I heard he fought to a majority draw. Missed out on his opportunity. I think he was up for a mandatory spot if he'd got that win last night, right? They'd have put him right up under Earl Spence Jr. But anyway, we got news to talk about Bud, man. We got to talk about Bud. As you can see here from the shared screen, we're going to deal with the comments this morning from Carl Froch. Carl Froch, former champion out in the UK. Now, Carl Froch has usually been a friend of Kell Brook. He's always been in Kell Brook's corner. Good morning, G-Lex. Good morning to your fam. Good morning, Bright Lights. What's up with you? What's up? Salute to all of the fam, man. Salute to all of the fam. Now, Carl Froch has always kind of been in the corner of Kell Brook. So I'm a little shocked. Maybe he's just keeping it real and he's speaking from the gut. But this is another UK leading voice that's anti-Brook. Brook has been getting an avalanche of anti-UK love coming from the support up from the UK for his next fight with Bud, man. I don't understand UK. Why ain't nobody rallying behind Kell Brook? Like, where is all of the support? I mean, I think the fans support him. But, I mean, far as from the suits, far as from anything media, I'm not seeing it, man. And, damn, bro, like, I think Kell Brook is a good fighter. I think he's going to give Bud a hell of a run for his money. Well, anyway, we're going to get into Carl Froch's statement, man. And I think, man, people are giving Kell Brook a bad light. Let's deal with some of these comments that Carl Froch got up there. Now, we're not going to do it in this version. I got all of the basically quotes here. And just know all of the quotes, fam, for anyone who's won, it has been taken from the exact article that y'all just was looking at. So let's deal with some of these quotes, man. Let's see. Carl Froch. I think it's probably too late for Kell Brook. Unfortunately, Carl Froch said to Sport and Radio, I think the loss to Gennady Golovkin and Earl Spence left some damage that he will never recover. I'm going to stop right there off the jump. Hold on, cousin. What you talking about? You forgot that Kell Brook had 3 fights at 154 pounds? And for people who saying this will be killing me, man, like, yo, he gonna quit or he didn't look right or this, that, and the third, people tend to forget that Kell Brook got hands put on him very well by a much bigger man in front of his home crowd. I mean, he was getting hands and feet put all on him. And from Michael Zarafa. I mean, sure, these dudes wasn't the top notch, but they were bigger men. And one did test Kell Brook to his resolve, dog, and he stood in there. I have yet to see no evidence in none of Kell Brook's fights ever since the Earl Spence Jr. fight. I have seen no signs of slagging off from Kell Brook. None. None. He hasn't had any weight issues. He hasn't had any performance issues other than 1 or 2 bad rounds. Where is this onslaught and avalanche of criticism coming from that Brook is in such a bad place? Everyone is going back 2-3 years ago, you know what I'm saying, to go back and find something to say why Brook shouldn't look good years later, even though he's been in 3 fights at a higher weight class. What are they talking about? Where's all of this? I don't think he has nothing left. Did anyone even sit down and watch the damn fights? Did anybody watch those fights? Or we just drawing an assumption? I felt like I'm the only one that actually watched the damn fight. I watched the Zarafa fight. I watched the other clowns that he fought, and he shined in them all. Where is this evidence that everybody getting that say he's so past it? That say he wants to, where do you get it from? Because if we're going to go off their last fights, you can't be drawing it from there. So I just want to know, is it just a thing to say? Is it something to make Crawford look? Is it just a thing to say? That did the water down Kell Brook? Because I don't see what the hell Carl Froch or anyone else for that matter is talking about. You feel me? I don't get it, man. What's up, Simply Too Ghetto? Man, you the MVP for posting this early. Yeah, man, I'm up, man. This stomach thing got me all jacked, so I can't really sleep. You know what I'm saying? Brook helped Eddie Germ out when he needed him, but now that Brook is trying to make some paper, they crapping on him. Yeah, bro, exactly, fam. You 100%. Kell Brook came to Eddie Hearn's aid and stepped in last minute for that Gennady Golovkin fight. See, what people tend to remember about that situation, that this was not only just Kell Brook coming up, it was a come up for Kell Brook, £4 million or $4 million or something like that. But yet, at the end of the day, this was also saving Eddie Hearn's backside, bro, because Eddie Hearn ain't had no last-minute stand-in. When Chris Eubank got pulled out of that fight, he had no one. And he had a date, and he had a venue, and he had a big-name fighter named Gennady Golovkin waiting with no opponent. Kell Brook came to his aid. And what does Kell Brook get in return? He get no support from Eddie Hearn, and he doesn't get an Amir Khan when Eddie Hearn had Amir Khan signed for 5 fights. Locked in, and he couldn't get that to Kell Brook, right? The problem is that Eddie Hearn is pissed at Kell Brook because Kell Brook didn't give him Liam Smith. Let's call it for what it is, because Kell Brook did not give him Liam Smith. Look at the quotes throughout it this whole year. All Eddie Hearn has been talking about is, I would love to see Kell Brook versus Liam Smith in the UK domestic fight. It'd be good. It'd be great. It'd be the best thing in the world. Look at the quotes. That's what Eddie Hearn wanted. Eddie Hearn didn't want to have to go across the street and call Bob Arum and Top Rank and ESPN and feel like they're taking the last little bit of prestige off of his fighter. That's how it looks to Eddie. Well, anything that Brook has left in the tank from a popularity standpoint, anything that I can use to sell Kell Brook will be flushed down the toilet if he loses against Terence Crawford. That's why Eddie Hearn pissed off, Pito. Because he didn't get the fight that he won. Let's go to the next quote from Carl Froch. He goes on and says, especially the Triple G fight. Triple G was too big, too strong for him. And that's maybe a fight that you look back in hindsight that maybe he shouldn't have taken. Well, hindsight is always 2020, Carl Froch. Some, people could say that, you shouldn't have got into the Super 6 tournament and lost to Andre Ward. Hindsight is always 2020, champ. And we could say that today. But I remember that time because I was right here. I remember that time. And that time was Brook was daring to be great. Come on, Team Brook. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what Brook Nation. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking. It was even a hashtag on Twitter. It had everybody's videos doing crazy numbers. If you would have put the hashtag of Kell Brook during that time when he fought Gennady Golovkin on your video on Twitter, and you put that hashtag daring to be great. I think that was the hashtag at the time. It was doing good numbers because that was the slogan. That was it. It was Kell Brook daring to be great. Now we look back and say, oh, it was just the worst decision ever made. But those first 4 rounds had you intrigued. Can he? Will he? He exposed Gennady Golovkin. Now, sure, Kell Brook suffered the worst injury of his career after that fight. And it was a career-changing injury, without a doubt. But no one knows that these things going to happen prior to a fight. And you don't schedule and base your fights on what if this person get hurt. That's just not how fighters schedule their fights. I understand where Carl Froch is coming from. And maybe he shouldn't have taken that fight. And hindsight is always 20/20. But at the end of the day, he did. And so we're moving forward. He goes on and says him and his training team and the promotional team thought it was the right fight at the right time. Well, his bank account thought it was the right fight at the right time. Let's go back to that time. Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas was supposed to be the opponent. Unification fight. That's what it was going to be. Kell Brook would have had 2 belts if he would have beat Jesse Vargas. We saying it today. Yes, he should have went after that Jesse Vargas fight. He turned the Jesse Vargas fight down because of the Brexit situation. The situation was that Kell Brook was not going to make the same amount of money as the challenger who was coming from America. At the time, the pound was not doing so well. So Kell Brook's money was heavily affected. Kell Brook was looking at dollar signs when he made the Gennady Golovkin decision. Nothing more, nothing less. Not the name. People were like, oh, he just wanted to go after the name. No. He went after the money. Let's just make that crystal. Because if it was a prestige, if it was a legacy thing, he would have just took Jesse Vargas and took the belt, took the short payday and became a unified champion and would have been the only unified welterweight at that time. So he could have went forward that route. But he seen the $4 million price tag hanging on the Gennady Golovkin fight. So yes, I don't know about his training team, because if you listen to his trainer, Dom Ingle, he acts like he was talking against it. You know what I mean? Dom Ingle act like, oh no, I told Brook, don't do it. Don't do it. Everyone today is acting like they're the expert. Eddie Hearn, I told him don't do it. Dom Ingle, I told him don't do it. Everyone's the expert today. Were you the expert when you cashed that check, Dom Ingle? When you cashed that check, Dom Ingle, were you the expert then? Wonder. Let's go to the next quote. He was trying to get the Amir Khan fight, and then all of a sudden he announced that he was fighting Triple G. He was trying to get the Amir Khan fight, yeah, but nothing wasn't guaranteed during that time. Amir Khan was still playing the same little catch me if you can games that he playing today. He was doing the same exact thing. The difference was, and see, this all ties in together, because when you remember when Kell Brook came back from the Gennady Golovkin fight, he went back to Errol Spence Jr. Now, during that time is when Kell Brook was trying to get the Amir Khan fight. Carl Froch's timeline is a little off. Leading into the Gennady Golovkin fight, he of course he would have took the Khan fight, but his aims were Jesse Vargas and Triple G. That was it. After the Triple G fight, the Amir Khan fight started to rear its ugly head again. And this is when Kell Brook really started to pursue Amir Khan. And this is why you saw Kell Brook applying for medical extension after medical extension, and the last one got rejected because Errol Spence Jr. got tired of the games. And they knew what was going on the Spence side of the tracks. Oh, we know what you're doing, champ. You're trying to keep extending this thing. Hold on to your belt. And you're trying to get the Amir Khan fight. Now, Kell Brook said his face wasn't this, that, and the third. And it probably wasn't. I don't know. He didn't have that much time to heal from that Gennady Golovkin fight. And he was putting in medical extensions. 2 of them, I think, got approved. 1 of them didn't. And that's what forced him to the Errol Spence Jr. fight. That's how it went down. He was trying to get the Khan fight, but he didn't try to get the Khan fight until he was really leading into Earl. He was trying to get the hell away from Earl. And I'm calling it what it is. He was willing to put Earl on the back burner for Khan. But Khan played him like a fiddle. Put that carrot in front of the horse and made Kell Brook walk. Shit was a shame, man. It was a shame. It really was. It really was a shame. Pito says, yo, man, I think that Kell Brook beat Porter more convincing than Spence, in my opinion. I believe so. I think Spence beat him pretty good, but yeah, I'm with you. I think Kell would probably beat him by a wider margin, man. What's up, Mike? Good morning, man. Good morning to you, Mike. Salute to the fam, man. Good morning, fam. John Lejeune. Good morning, fam. Good morning, man. We know we up early talking this real. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Brooks said, he's been training for 5 months. I can't wait. Exactly. Mike, you hit it perfect. And this is the reason why I got a problem when people say that this version of Kell Brook may be broken. This is the best version of Kell Brook we've seen in a while. Make no mistake about it. He's had more than the average time to make weight. He has been getting such tune up after tune up after tune up. He has been looking like a well-oiled machine. You go through Kell Brook's social media right now. You got the man drenching out his shirts. He squeezing out buckets of sweat off his shirts. I think it's fake. I just think he's jumping in the swimming pool, but whatever. But yo, man, he looking like he's ready to go. I don't see it, fam. I do not see a broken Brook. I don't see a broken Brook. You know what I'm saying? Pito says, yo, man, Khan didn't want that smoke with Brook. He was chasing Pac-Man and Floyd. Khan never wanted it. Khan just saw Brook as a way to humiliate Kell Brook. I think what it was is that Khan he got some sort of thrill out of just humiliating Kell Brook. And he knew he would have lost that edge if he would have actually lost to Kell Brook in the ring. But he gets some sick, twisted mental thing where he loves to just humiliate Kell Brook. I told folks, yo, I did a video that I had to pull, and it's really hurt me to pull it because I had to work on that video for hours, man. And I thought that these two were going to fight. And so what I did was an origin video from the day one. I'm talking all the way back to the teenage years, to the first days in the gym. Since Kell Brook was watching Amir Khan make his Olympic run, and something started bubbling up in Kell Brook back then, to how Kell Brook followed Amir Khan throughout of his whole career, trying to emulate the things that Khan did. Man, this stuff was well recorded. Kell Brook was almost like a doppelganger of Amir Khan. And that's when I did that research. I said, I can't believe it. I mean, literally everything that Kell Brook has mostly done throughout of his career has been chasing Khan since their teenage years. I'm not over talking. I mean, over exaggerating. Since the teenage years, fam, he has been chasing Khan. I ain't never seen nothing like this in boxing. I'm thinking about still doing the video because you've never seen one fighter chase a fighter for his entire career. Y'all think it's just something for anyone who think this is a new thing between Khan and Brook. Bro, his entire every second of his career, he has kept his eye on Amir Khan. I lie to you not. I got the OG in the building. What's up? Salute to retro boxing and documentary. Salute to the OG blood. Good morning, bro. Peace, my brother. Salute. Peace to you too, OG. Salute to the OG, man. Check them documentaries, man. OG be doing it, man. OG be doing it. Salute, fam. Good to have you on board, man. You already know. Kell Brook and Bud Crawford is a 50-50 fight in my eyes. I can see that. I'm more 55-45, more towards for Terence Crawford. But yo, I'm glad you at least can respect and see what Kell Brook is at, man. Let's get to some more of these quotes from Carl Froch. Let's see what else he's talking about. He says that I don't think that this was the right decision by Kell Brook, and it pretty much destroyed his career. Now he's talking about the Gennady Golovkin fight. It pretty much destroyed his career moving forward because of the injury and because he's a magnificent talent. And I've sparred him. Yeah. I look, man, I don't deny Gennady Golovkin fight gave him some demons, but you overcome demons. Man. And I really believe that I don't think Kell Brook is in that space that everybody is trying to keep him in. Everyone is trying to keep him in this broken down space. Like, yo, if I would have seen interviews of like when we initially caught word of this Crawford Kell Brook fight, right? Remember when Kell Brook came over and that famous meme that's rolling around, everyone uses it today, of Terence Crawford looking forward directly in Kell Brook's eyes and Kell Brook looking to the right or the eyes wandering somewhere else. That famous meme. Well, that came from Kell Brook coming over here by itself. And I thought that meme didn't do him any justice. Now, right after that, right, when Kell Brook came out with statements like, well, I don't think I can make the weight. Everyone took that little statement and put it with that meme. It was that meme and that statement that flushed Kell Brook down the toilet for a while. I mean, I'm just calling it what it was. It flushed him down the toilet. Everyone wrote him off. He didn't say, I didn't want. He just said, look, I'm not on weight right now, but I'm getting there. Everyone took that and everyone is so pressed to put Kell Brook in this broken space. And then Kell Brook comes back and like, hold on. What are y'all talking about? I just told him not that day, not at that time. Let me get myself together. And now watch my social media. Every week, we getting workout videos from Kell Brook. Every week. Determined, bucking his system, bucking his promoter, bucking his network, bucking his trainer. I don't even know who training him. I thought it was John Fuchs, but I guess I was wrong. Who was this new dude? So, I mean, look, man, everyone wants to keep Brook in this broken space. Brook is showing motivation. Brook came over here by himself. I respect this man. He came over here by himself, bucked his entire country for the most part, come by himself, and he's going for the big one. Everyone says this is a cash out fight. How is this a cash out fight with $2 million payday that he may see $1 million of if he lucky with the high taxes over in the UK? And from what I understand, will he not be taxed twice here in America for fighting Terence Crawford and over in the UK? But this is a cash out, fam. This ain't that much. This ain't that big of a cash out. If he wanted to really cash out, he might could have made more money fighting Liam Smith in the UK. Truth be told, maybe he could have got more money from Sky Sports. You know, so, and Sky Sports haven't even picked this fight up yet. We're still talking about this fight going on Fight TV in the UK, $9.99. If y'all pay that for this fight, that's still a good price. But the fact of the matter is we got to take him out of this space, man. Y'all got to listen to Kell Brook. You got to go back and watch Kell Brook's last fights. You're only as good as your last fight. And his last 3 fights were okay. Were damn good from bigger men. But we're worried about his injury. The man got hit on from a dude that's fighting at 116 right now. But we're worried about his injury. I'm sure that dude hits much harder than Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. He says that his speed and his skill set and natural ability is phenomenal. He's such a great fighter. But you can break something inside of a boxer, something you can never get back. And I think Golovkin did that to him. He's right. You can break something inside of a fighter. I do not deny that. I do not deny it. You know, a fighter only will be willing to go so far, dig so deep. Demons start flashing up during the fight. Flashbacks start happening. Fighters have even said, I've heard fighters say that they've had flashbacks during a fight. During a fight. Demons haunt. They will haunt you during that fight. And it can happen. You just don't know until you actually see that fighter in action. But once again, the only shred of evidence that I would say to the contrary is the 1 round from Michael Zarafa. If you go back to that time, I remember covering Kell Brook's fights at 54, and I was saying, yo, man, I ain't convinced. I'm not convinced on this performance. That was the first one. Then the second one came, and I was like, okay, because he didn't get touched up at all in that first fight. I forgot who the guy was. Man, so many clowns running around. I forgot the guy, the name of the guy, the first guy. But I said he didn't get tested. Though he fought a bigger man, he didn't fully get tested because he barely got hit. And then the second time, when he fought Michael Zarafa, he got touched. I mean, touched. A lot of people may even would have went down from the damage he sustained in that 1 round. And that's what proved it to me. That made me go, oh, okay. Kell Brook ain't quit. He wasn't looking to the ref. He wasn't looking to the crowds. He wasn't checking the times. He wasn't begging his corner. He didn't have the look of a sad puppy dog in there. Nothing. He didn't look shot. I'll tell you what shot is. Shot is Paulie Malignaggi trying to come back and losing a world championship fight to someone you never heard of. That's shot. Shot is what happened to Ricky Hatton when Ricky Hatton attempted to get back in shape and come back into the fight game just to get stopped. That's shot. I didn't see shot in Kell Brook. That's shot. When you say shot fighters, fam, go back and look at Ricky Hatton on his comeback trail, and you tell me, was that a shot fighter can't take a shot? I don't see that from Kell Brook. Took major shots. Now, Kell Brook, like he said, like Carl Froch says, he has a great skill set. He has a very good skill set. A very good 1-2. Some even say he had the best jab at welterweight at one time. I do believe so too. I think his natural strength, his strength is his main attribute. He does have very, very good speed, very, very good timing. And he normally stays composed in times of danger in the ring. Those are some of the best things that Kell Brook do. And he do them damn well. Damn well. He has the tools to give Bud problems at 33 years old. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. I do not count Kell Brook from hurting Terence Crawford in this fight. I just don't. Let me see what the fam talking about. Okay, let me scroll up some. Let me see. All right, we're gonna start from my boy Bronze Dawson. What's up, man? Salute from London. Salute to London. Salute to London. Salute to Ipswich. Salute to Cambridge. Salute to Lakenheath. Salute to Mildenhall, my old stomping grounds. Keith beat Sean better than Earl. Keith beat Sean better than Earl too. Facts. Facts. I can't wait to see how Keith Thurman gonna fit in all this when it's all said and done, man. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Zeno. Yo, salute my family at Retro Boxing's documentary. I just sent you. Okay, I'll let y'all chop it up all day, all day. Hey, yo, you sent them something with John L. Sullivan? I already know Blood gonna chop that up. I'm over there. Amir Khan is a hoe all day, straight up, dog. Straight up and down, no special effects. Mainman, salute to the wrenches, salute to the chat. Smash the like button. Salute to my brother, Sir Ken, man. Yes, sir, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Like the way that Terence Crawford is chasing Earl Spence to get his ass whooped. I hear you, man. Sound good. Crawford ain't chasing Earl Spence for a whooping. Chasing Earl Spence for legacy, man. I can't wait to see them two stars collide, bro. We're going to get us a nuclear eclipse around this joint. You know what I'm saying? Kell and Khan goes back from when they were both amateurs. Absolutely. Their story is deep, Bronze Dawson. Deep, full of jealousy, full of just deep, man. I mean, in gym competition, the envy, you know, all of the love that Khan was getting showered and flowered with. And all Kell Brook can do is stand in a corner, in a dark corner somewhere, and just look at it and wait for his opportunity. The problem with Kell Brook during this whole story was Kell never got his opportunity. And believe it or not, if we told that story, that's what we would get. We would get to how Kell always fell short of Amir Khan. And that happened throughout Kell Brook's career. This is very unfortunate, but those are the facts. Even with Kell Brook chasing certain promoters like Frank Warren, he did it behind Amir Khan. When Amir Khan made his run for America is when Kell Brook wanted to make his run for America. Kell Brook got away from Frank Warren because he could not deliver no fights for Kell Brook. Kell Brook gets with Eddie Hearn, who delivers him a world championship, but still does not deliver him the prestige. Man, it's deep. It's deep, bro. Amir Khan's silver medal in the Olympics, how that brought Kell Brook so much heat, so much grief, how he envied Khan so much. How Khan had his Khan army. I don't want to get into it, bro. But it's deep. And maybe we will still tell that story because unfortunately, and I'm a huge Kell Brook fan. Y'all already know. But Kell Brook has always chased Khan and in many instances always fell short. Damn. You know what I mean? It kills me how people say Bud fighting Spence leftovers, but nobody talks about how almost all the top 147 pounders avoided that Bud smoke. They all did. And let's go back to Brook. They all avoided Brook too. Brook was in the same boat. That's why I always told people Brook and Terence Crawford were in the exact same boat once they became champions at welterweight. They were both avoided. Both. Same thing. We, back then, see, fans, this is why I'm saying, this is why it's always good to know that your homie been here. Your homie been here. The same treatment that Terence Crawford gets today is what Kell Brook got yesteryear. Facts. We can play stupid about it. The same treatment that Terence Crawford gets today. I remember that time. Kell Brook got the same treatment. Now, Kell Brook didn't do themselves no favors by going and facing the JoJo Dans and the Kevin Biziers of the world. But no one wanted to hear Kell Brook's story about getting stabbed. No one wanted to hear that. And Kell Brook, I'm telling you, man, he never got it, man. OG's in the building, Blood boxing and Mainman. Hey, and Blood, just always know, fam, bam, because I don't even think I got to say this. If Blood, you ever come through and you say, yo, Mainman, let me jump on any, you ain't even got to put the whole sentence, bro. You know what I'm saying? All you got to just say one word, and that's link. Anytime. Blood boxing is one of the first that I've ever watched on YouTube to cover boxing. The first. He is on the Mount Rushmore of boxing talk. Always remember that. So, Blood, just know, you ever come through this joint, bro, you ain't even got to put a sentence, champ. Just put the word link. That's all. You know what I mean? Kell Brook let Eddie Hearn F up his career, so Kell Brook only got himself to blame for. Kell Brook let Eddie Hearn mess up his career, so Kell Brook only got himself to blame for that. Everyone got to take a little bit of responsibility, even the fighter. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. Blood, how do you see this fight going? Kell Brook versus Bud Crawford. OG. Okay, yeah, we'll let them break it down. Let's see. If these guys want to make the fights, they will. And I think Brook is going to do well. Facts. I think we're going to get a real contentious first 6 rounds, bro. Real contentious first 6 rounds. Nah, it's a last chance, not a cash out. I don't think it's a cash out. I don't think it's a cash. I don't think Brook looking at it that way. I think Kell Brook is going for legacy here. I differ. I don't think this is a cash out fight. It's not nearly enough money involved in this to be called a cash out fight. He's walking away with maybe $1 million. He's only getting 2 allegedly, which will go half the taxes and everything else under the sun. So maybe he walks away with $1 million if he's lucky, which I seriously doubt because he's being taxed by two countries. So I don't even think, how is this a cash out, bro? Like when people kill it with this can't be a cash out. This ain't nothing. He could have just went over to the UK and maybe got more for Liam Smith or anybody else at 54. He could have just sacrificed himself to the 54 lines for a bigger check. I don't think this is a cash out. I think this is Kell Brook's, like you said, second chance or last chance. This is his last hoorah. This is his last rally. Y'all looking at it wrong. Get a man his respect, man. Get a man his respect. He could have sat over there under Eddie Hearn doing nothing, fighting Liam Smith, a fight that none of us would have been checking for. He could have sat over there and danced to Eddie Hearn's tune and Sky Sports tune and listened to everything that they told him. He could have just took that route if it was so much about money. More easier touches. But instead, he says, screw the money. I'm going for the legacy. Bud ain't going to pay me a lot of money. Bob Arum ain't paying nobody right now, but I still want that fight. And he never went away. I don't think this is a cash out fight. I just don't, fam. I just don't. Let's go to more Carl Froch's quotes. Carl Froch says, Terence Crawford is a great fight, but Terence Crawford is not messing around. He's a top fighter. I think it's going to be his last fight. If Kell Brook loses, I could see this being it for Kell Brook. Unless the Amir Khan fight comes around and it'll be some old like just exhibition type, you know what I mean, rivalry, UK level fight or whatever. Sure. Something like that can always happen for Kell Brook. But I think he retires. It's not so much that he should be done or he should retire. If he loses to Brook, I don't think that he got anything else to fight for. He's been a world champion. He made it back to the championship level just to fall short after all that he's been through, the medical procedures, after all that he's been through with the embarrassment and the ridicule of taking a knee in front of his own home crowd. Like, I mean, all it being stabbed. I mean, he's been through a lot in the sport of boxing. So if Kell Brook loses, especially if he loses in humiliating fashion, I'm talking being stopped within the first 3-4 rounds, it's a wrap, Cap. It's a wrap. I think Kell Brook is going to wave that white flag and he's going to call it a day. You know what I mean? But Kell Brook, if he does do that, I will say this, and I'm saying this a bit early, and I know usually stuff saved for the post-fight, but if he does do that, then he has nothing to hold his head down about, bro. He became a world champion. You won't maybe fell a little bit short of the Hall of Fame, but you still became a world champion, and you reached the high heights of boxing. So you shouldn't have no reason to hold his head down. Injury stopped a lot of things. And I remember the political games played with Kell Brook when he was on top. A lot of political games. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, man. He says he's past his best. And I think this is going to be a test too far. It's a great fight. I want to watch it. And I love Kell Brook. I want him to pull it off. But I just can't see it, says Carl Froch. Damn. I'm not going to go that far, man. I think Kell Brook has a very, very good chance in the first 5-6 rounds. This will be the area where he just will have to shine. If he can take 4 to 5 of those early rounds, which I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying if, because Kell Brook has looked the best in every fight that I've ever seen him in the first half of the fights. If he can just take 4 of the first 6, maybe even 3, 4. You got to at least be 4-2 minimum after that first 6 for him to have a chance down the stretch. It's a tall task. My thing is, the only thing that I see that giving Kell Brook the issues is this weight cut. It's I don't have no issues about his eye. I don't got no issues about, well, as far as his fighting spirit, I don't have issues about it because the Rafa tested him, but we just really don't. None of us really truly know that until he's really been pushed to the limit. But I just think that weight is his biggest enemy in this fight. Not his skill set, not his boxing IQ, not his, does he have the tools to do it? Does he not have the tools to do it? No. His mental state, none of that. None of that. It's the weight cut, period. Period for me. That's it. I know Kell Brook is not a 47-pound fighter. I don't care what nobody say. He is not a 147-pound fighter. He's not been a 147-pound fighter for quite some time, even when he was there at 47. We know this because we can look at the Carson Jones fight in the rematch and see at 151, Kell Brook was a different monster. We know these things. So, of course, the weight cut is an issue for me. And I think that's what loses the fight for Kell Brook, if anything. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So that's pretty much it. That's all Carl Froch pretty much had to say as his quotes. He says he just can't see it. It's like he really want to give Brook a chance. And I know a lot of fans even kind of echo his sentiments. Y'all want to give Brook a chance. Y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really want to. But when you put him up against a Bud Crawford, it's like, how? And when you know he's coming back down to welterweight and he ain't been there in 3 years, it's like, how? And you are not wrong for even wondering, like, why is Kell Brook doing this? It's no way that he has a chance. If you come from that mindset, I ain't thinking you wrong, because everything that you know about boxing tells you that Terence Crawford should dust Kell Brook. Weight cut, ain't been at a certain weight in 3 years, a lot of things. Mind state, everything. But I think there's a little bit of a difference here that no one's talking about. And that is the most preparation time that Kell Brook has ever had. Ever had. Some even say they got some Dom Ingle ain't involved. That's not a good thing. Dom Ingle ain't involved. Dom Ingle ain't really been around Brook for a minute. They did their last fight together, but prior to that, they wasn't together. That's when Brook liked to run over to Spain and find him a new trainer. But it is what it is. See what the fam talking about. Dom Ingle ain't been on the scene in a long time, fam. Lost D, what's up, fam? What's up with you, man? Yes, sir. Okay, I already got to that one. We got to that one. Let's see. Yeah, man. I think he will too. Blood. I think he definitely gonna have his moments, fam. I mean, I can see them first six, fam. I can see them first six, 4-2, 3-3. If Bud come out and run that score up early, if Bud go up 4-2, 5-1, and then Kell Brook got to get desperate, got to start doing things that's not Kell Brookish. I don't see it. It's not going to end good. Remember, Bud got dropped in his last fight. I don't care if he won, but he got dropped. And it wasn't an official dropping, Mike. Can we always put that out there? Wasn't an official drop. And then Terence Crawford won every single second of that fight afterwards. There isn't a second he lost that fight. After I'm playing around with Mean Machine, just playing with him, just trying to get some rounds in. Oh, you want to take it serious? Now I'm about to drop your dumb ass. I'm about to drop your ass now. He put his foot on the gas and it was a wrap. That just lets me know that Bud was just playing with him. You know what I mean? He was just playing, just trying to get some rounds in. We ain't seen him in a while, so he was just playing with him. But when he got serious, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Good call. All day. Black Caesar. This fight gonna be really good. A lot of these dudes just hating on the fight. A damn good free fight all day. Salute to ESPN for giving us this on ESPN. You know what I mean? Salute to ESPN for putting that money up, forking that money up and putting this out so we can all see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ezra Charles and Emil Griffith. Okay, y'all talking that back in the day? Yeah, hey, definitely. Hey, if you do something about Ezra Charles, blood, please let me know. I'm a huge Ezra Charles fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that, man. Yes, sir. Exactly, Pito. Did Bud win the fight, though? Not only did he win it, Pito, he won it by domination. Let's keep that in mind. He won it by domination. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that think that Kell Brook is finished are fools, says Lost D Punch Out TV. I agree. I don't see Kell Brook being finished. I know finished. We know shot. We know finish. We don't see that on Kell Brook. We don't see it. Now, we do see Kell Brook once again making a decision that may not be in his best interest. I will admit, you know, coming down to 47, I don't like it. I've never liked it. I thought that Kell Brook had a beautiful future at 154. I thought he had a beautiful future. Everybody was like, well, he can't deal with the Charlos and he can't deal with her. If he would have approached that weight class with confidence and stepped into that class, got the proper touches and got prepared for that weight class, he would have, I thought, been able to survive in the 154 division. I'm sorry. I think so. If he would have just took his time and properly did it, not go up there rushing, and he went up there with the intentions of not staying there. He went up there with the intentions of not staying there. That's unfortunate. And that's my point. When Amir Khan came out, and I'm almost wondering if the 154 move for Kell Brook was an Amir Khan chase. Because when Khan went up to face Canelo Alvarez, right? We didn't know if Khan come back. Didn't he fight at 54? He fought at 54 under Eddie Hearn. He fought at, didn't he fight Phil Greco? He fought Phil Greco at 54. That's what it was. And Kell Brook is at 54. Khan then creeps back down to 147 and puts out there, well, if you want to fight me, Kell, you got to meet me at 47. And what happens? Kell start marching down to 147. He seen that the Khan fight wasn't going to happen. He says, I put this work in to come down to 47 for a reason. Hell, bring me Terence Crawford. Actually, the 47 move was him chasing Khan. That's unfortunate, man. That's the only thing that always let me down about Kell Brook. Bro, like, why did you follow this man Khan like that? Every move you made was based on Khan. Khan go to 47. You want to go back down to 47. You was up at 54 for 3 years, bro. And Khan run to 40. And that's what always let me down with Kell Brook, man. His chasing of Khan has always defined his career. That's sad, bro. That's sad. That's sad. Let me see. Yeah, nah, you're right. Mike, that guy wasn't a nobody when it comes to power, but you're right. We didn't expect him to get dropped. Everybody can sneak a sneaky little right hand in there. Sneak a sneaky little left hand in there. It's boxing, fam. Mike Rhyme, come on. We're not doing that, Black Season. Okay, then that's all that matters. It's a fight, bro. Sometimes we're going to get buzzed. All that other stuff don't matter. Exactly, Pito. Exactly. You're going to slip one in there. But for us to say and can count on one hand if Bud has ever been dropped, how many times, but that speaks volumes, bro. You know how many fights that man got? You know how long he been fighting? To say that one man snuck a lucky punch in there and made his hand touch the canvas? You know what I mean? And I don't deny it. You could say Bud got dropped, but I'm cool with that. In all of these years, 33 years old, #1 pound for pound for years and years, former under all of that. Okay, fine. A guy caught a good shot and made my hand touch the canvas. Whoop-de-freaking do. If that's the best you got, that ain't much. And then on top of that, the man lost every single second, every millisecond of that fight afterwards. Totally outclassed. I don't know, man. Oh no. They can heave in our hells. Yeah, man. Old stomping grounds too. Yeah, Blood, man. I miss them days, fam. I miss them days over there, bro. Man, Blood, man. I might got a couple youngins running around the UK. I don't even know. When I went over there, bro, lost my mind, bro. They love us coming from the States, man. We get greeted like kings over that junk, champ. Bro, went over that joint, lost my mind, man. I'll tell you, man. Good times over in the UK, man. A lot of good times been over there with y'all, man. But can y'all do me a favor? Can we get more stores than fish and chips? Bruh, I got so fish and chipped out while I was living over there, man, that I ain't know what to do, man. Do your homie a favor. Get some mama signs over there, man. Get some curry outs, some 4 wings and fried rice or something, man. You know what I mean? Like, everything is fish and chips over there, bro. I couldn't find nothing. I could barely find a McDonald's. I could find nothing over there, man. Everything was fish and chips. I like fish and chips. Don't get it twisted. I had a little spot I used to go to over there to get my fish and chips. But damn, it's literally nothing else on the menu when I was there but fish and chips. Yo, we got spots out here that be like, all we sell is Slurpees, but you can still go in there and get a slice of pizza. You know what I mean? They be like, yo, man, fish and chips down everything. It's like, damn, that should be bomb, though. It should be bomb. I got to give it to it. It'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Pito says, yo, man, if Spence can whoop Bud, why didn't he take the fight 2 years ago? Facts. because PBC won't allow them. This is the facts of the matter. I told y'all, man, we got to get to a point where we start putting this stuff at the outfits. Let's stop putting the fighters too much involved. I think if it was up to a lot of these fighters, a lot of these fights would be made. It's the outfits, it's the PBCs, it's the top ranks, it's the match rooms. These dudes don't want it. They are on their timeline. It's not too much the fighters are on their timeline. The outfits are on their timeline. And they're the ones playing a lot of these games behind the scenes. They're the ones looking at Bud like we're going to age Bud. By the time Bud and Earl fight, Bud going to be pushing 35 years old. Pushing 35. Take your mind, he got to the weight class at 30. I'm going to let that sink in on some of y'all. Do y'all hear me? Bud got the welterweight at 30. He probably won't be facing Spence till he's closer to 35. Am I going wrong there? Those are the facts. Not to mention he got to the welterweight division, got the belt. Before Bud faces any of the PBC dudes, he's going to be well at approaching 35, 36 years old. Y'all don't think that was calculated. Y'all don't think that was calculated. It's like they thought that they can knock old Manny off. They thought that they can knock old Manny off. Oh, we got Manny. We got him over here at PBC. He's 40 years old. Oh, yeah, we about to take every ounce of prestige off the name Manny Pacquiao until the old man Manny shocked the world. They couldn't do it to Manny. They couldn't age him out long enough and get him over there and take his prestige. It's the same happening to Bud. Bud gonna be 35 before he see any of these PBC fighters. That's sad. That's sad. Are you going back over in 2021? Hey, bro. Hey, have fun, man. Hey, live it up over there, man. Hey, I've been dying to get a vacation back over there, blood, man. I went over there a couple times for vacation, man, and I'm gonna tell you, loved every second of it, man. Salute to the UK women, though, bro. Like the way they party. The outfits that they be wearing, they be on some Trinity shit over there, bro. They be on some Matrix leather bodysuits with the crazy body paint. Hey, bro, I love it. Salute to the UK party scene, man. Y'all does it up. Y'all be blowing J's in the club and everything. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, loving the cider. Used to sit over that joint getting twisted off the cider, man. We used to have the cider going. I'm sitting here with the yachties, man, and everything. It was crazy, man. We had a great time over there, man. Missed them days, bro. Missed them days. They used to have a club over there called, it was a huge one, man. And in London, it was in London. It was called, I think it was like the Pink Coconut or something crazy like that, right? And it had like 10 dance floors. Like you went in that joint, man. It was like going through a shopping mall. And each little area had their own dance floor playing their own little music. You know what I mean? Bro, it was a crazy, that was a crazy ass club, bro. Salute to the UK, man. Y'all does it up, man. Y'all does it up on y'all night scene, man. Y'all does it up for sure. You know what I'm saying? Nobody avoided Crawford. They avoided it. They avoided it. Bob Arum and his bitches. Nah, bro. I don't think that, man. They avoided it, bro. You know what it is, man. I mean, we're not going to go down that road, but everybody had an excuse. And you know it, Mike. You know it. Danny Garcia has been rated number 1 in the WBO for how long? Prior to Sean Porter becoming number 1 in the WBO. That could have been an opportunity right there. Danny Garcia didn't so much as whisper the name Terence Bud Crawford, being rated in the number 1 for Terence Crawford's belt. He didn't so much as whisper the name. When Errol Spence Jr. was recovering from his car accident, Danny Garcia was number 1. So in the meantime, between time, Danny could have just went over there and just took Bud belt. He could have, but he didn't. He didn't for whatever reason. Maybe PBC told him not to do it. You know what I mean? Sean Porter, don't make me laugh. Turns into the Macho Man Randy Savage against Danny Garcia. Walks up in the ring against Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. You know what I mean? But when it came to Errol Spence Jr., he wanted to really pump his brakes. He didn't really want that Earl fight right away. They forced him into it. PBC made him do that. He didn't want to do that. But why didn't he fight Bud? Why didn't he fight Bud? I got videos going back 5 to 6 years showing Sean Porter saying he didn't want it. But it's no reason. It's no use. Bro, if they wanted that fight, they could have had the fight. And we all know it. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder can get made, but the biggest fight in boxing, Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford can't get made. Oh, but it ain't making enough money, man. It's not enough money. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. There's enough money. Watch this space. Brook is going to shock the world on November 14th. All of these Brook haters are going to be eating their words. I hear that, man. I hear that, man. I hear that. I hope you're right, bro. This can be one of the greatest comeback stories in boxing. This can be one of the greatest comeback stories in boxing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If Brook pulls this off, bro, he's gonna be legendary for it. To come back and beat the #1 pound for pound fighter in boxing, he'll be legendary for it. He'll be legendary, and he will be trying to get that fight with Errol Spence Jr. And he will have great standing to say why he should get it. I'm gonna keep it 100. They're gonna avoid him too, but he'll have great standing on saying why I should get Errol Spence Jr. right now. We'll get there if he wins. We'll get there if he wins, man. Hey, man, you notice how they pushing for Haney to fight Teo when he hasn't done nothing in the sport yet. But when it comes to Bud fighting Spence, it's who has he fought at 147. Facts. And they want Devin to go for undisputed. That's what makes it so bad. Yeah, Devin can go straight into an undisputed fight from fighting no one. But Terence Crawford, the #1 pound for pound fighter in boxing, a former undisputed champion, got to struggle to get fights. But Devin should get his right away. Oh, yeah, he should definitely get his right away. Right away. He ain't got to fight no one for it. Nothing. Man, that's why you don't see me moving with that sense of urgency. You know? My thing is with Devin, though, I understand Devin's pain. But Devin put himself in that situation. Y'all know me. I ain't got too much sympathy for little Devin. You know, he put himself over there. He ran to Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? He ran over there to the zone wanting to promote himself. Cool. Well, there's consequences that come with that. There's consequences that come with that. Like Bob Arum told him years ago, you signed with the wrong promoter. Bob Arum told him straight to his face, you don't get the fights you want because you signed with the wrong promoter. Sure, should never come down to talk like that. I hate that type of talk. But the fact is, those were the decisions made by Devin Haney. Devin could have stayed right where he was at and got all the smoke in the world, unless they told him that they wasn't going to let him fight him. That's the only way. He could have stayed with PBC, but nah, bro. Man, look here, man. Teofimo, like I told y'all before, if he goes to 140 and take on the undisputed champion up there, that takes precedence over Devin Haney for me all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Hey, man, Supreme General says, man, I got my guy Kell to actually win. You know what I'm saying? To actually win. Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed something. I got my guy Kell to actually win. Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You should. And I'm glad you know what, man? And see, this is what I'm noticing. The UK fans, y'all feel way different than the UK pundits. It's like they try to tell us that y'all didn't want to see this fight. They say, hey, we're not putting this on Sky Sports. We're not putting this on BT Sports because no one's going to watch it. But every time I look at the UK fan base and y'all come through, y'all always bigging up Kell Brook. It's like y'all on a different page than the boxing pundits in the UK. Y'all on totally separate pages. Why are they going out of their way to frame Kell Brook as a broken fighter? But y'all go out of your way to frame Kell Brook as a man on this who's willing to, you know, who's going to give it his all. Two separate pages, fam. Two separate pages. Yes, sir. We got to do some shows together. Long overdue. Absolutely, Blood. Me and Blood is definitely long overdue for a collab. You know what I mean? And it would be an honor and a pleasure, Blood. You know, I'll come over on your platform. You can come over here. It really don't matter, man. To be on the same platform with you, bro, is an honor and a pleasure, man. I'm telling y'all, man. When I first cut the lights on around here, man, like Blood was dead, man. And on top of that, man, like I used to sit back and watch him. I told y'all, and I always stick to my story. It was only three people here on YouTube that I would watch when I first started way back in 2015. And that was Blood Boxing, 78 Sports TV, and T Street Controversy. Those were the only three that I would watch faithfully in rotation. I didn't even really know about nobody else. I thought that they were the only ones, you know what I mean? Till I started opening my eyes and started seeing that there were more people around YouTube. But those were the only ones. And I would watch them day in and day out. Day in and day out. Blood was so raw, calling it straight like it was. No sugarcoat. No Mainman Mademan. No, oh, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. None of that shit. Nah. Straight like it was. And I was captivated ever since. I've been rolling with Blood well over, I want to say 7, 8 years, somewhere up in there. Hey, Blood, I've been listening to you, man, forever, man. Forever. So anytime, fam. Anytime. Mike Rhyme, I can see what type of fan you are. Come on, y'all, man. Y'all give me Mike. You know what? I was protected. No, give Mike the business. Give Mike the business, champ, because Mike give me the biz. knees, bro. Mike, I be coming in, man, 4 o'clock in the morning, and a random commenter come wiggling in. It'll be Mike. What's up with your boy Crawford? Got dropped by Mean Machine. So give Mike the business, man. Mike is fam. Don't make no mistake about it. Don't disrespect that, man. But at the end of the day, give Mike the business, man. Give Mike the business, because Mike is going to have some explaining to do. Some explaining to do the day we get Earl Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. Mike, you going to have some explaining to do, fam, bam. You know what I mean? He went 11 tough rounds with the animal Earl Spence. Come on, man. A one-legged guy. If he had two, y'all going back and forth about the Benavidez fight. Okay. All right. Yeah, Black C's up in the building. What's up, man? What's up, man? Go on, man. Come on, man. I ain't trying to go down that road right now. After how Crawford looked against Mean Machine, I'll say he has a damn good shot. I'm not one of the ones that fault Crawford for getting hit with one good punch. I mean, not when you dominated every round pretty much after that. I gave Mean Machine like 2, maybe 3 rounds tops in that fight. Maybe. Man, come on, man. I just looked at it like Crawford was playing with him. If you go back to it, you don't see no sense of urgency in Crawford. He just was kind of just going through the motions. And then when he got hit with that shot, it woke him up. So, I just think he was playing with the dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's something to say when you say you just playing around with Mean Machine. Mean Machine is an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Pito says, yo, man, Mike Rhymes, see how Jose Benavidez stacks up against other top PBC fighters. Jose Benavidez is way better fighter than Carlos Ocampos. Exactly. And I would love to see any PBC fighter deal with Aegis Kalvalauskas. I ain't saying that he'll beat him, but I think he'll be a handful for anybody. I would love to see them deal with that. I would love to see that. I would love to see Sean Porter or Danny Garcia deal with Aegis Kalvalauskas. I really would. I'd like to see how that played out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zeno says, yeah, man, I think that Kell gets stopped around round 8 through 10. I can see that. When I get my final prediction, we're going to be real close together, Zeno. We're going to be real similar. My brother for Ben Media is in the building. Salute to your fan, bam. Saw an interview with Kell where he plans to come in heavy on fight night. Wow. He mentioned not having to do the second day IBF weigh-in. Facts. That is a major thing here. This will be a fight at welterweight where Kell Brook will be unchained. Kell Brook literally won't have a 10-day rehydration clause to abide by no more. What size of a Kell Brook do we get against Terence Crawford? Now, of course, they can help and hurt him. Of course, it helps him in power. It may help him to stop Terence Crawford early if that's the goal that he wants to go after. But it will deplete him late. It will deplete him late. Do we get a Lomachenko-esque performance from Terence Crawford? What do I mean by that? Lomachenko didn't put his foot on the gas early, did he? Try to win the fight in the last 5 rounds. Do we get something similar to that from Bud? I don't think Bud waits that late into the fight to turn it on. I just don't see it. If he knows he's down that many rounds, he ain't going to wait that late into a fight to turn it on. Yeah, it took Aegis Kalvalauskas to hit him with a good shot, but Slim, he not going to wait till no 8th round to turn it on Kell Brook. I don't see it. And not to mention, outboxing Bud is a hard task within itself. That ain't easy. That, especially if he's like moving Bud. That ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That ain't easy. That ain't easy at all. Those people are delirious. He's fighting a smaller guy. Says he's not going to get dominated. He will catch Crawford, and Brook has the better chin. Brook got a good chin. Yo, there's some good schematics in this fight, bro. He's got a good chin, but he got 6 good rounds, Mike. 6 good rounds, Mike. I just think after that, with this, especially if y'all telling me he coming in bigger, muscles gonna suck that oxygen up. How hard will he be? It would be very smart for Terence Crawford to make Kell Brook work. Don't let Kell Brook fight at a slow pace, man. Don't let him fight at a slow pace. Hit him downstairs, make him move. Lomachenko had a good thing going. He had a great idea to deplete Teofimo. His problem was he waited too late to get going. But the game plan wasn't the worst. He knew he couldn't go 5-5 with Teofimo. He knew he had to weigh him down in one way or the other, whether it's from body work or whether it's from movement. And Terence Crawford will be smart to try that same thing. You know what I mean? Real spill. Facts, man. If Kell Brooks get beat, nothing to be ashamed about. Kell Brook has been a great fighter. It's just a shame he let Eddie Hearn ruin his career. Exactly. Kell didn't, to me, do anything wrong, man. He just was always searching for someone that can guide him properly, and he never got that. When he tried it with Frank Warren, it led him as high as Manny Pacquiao. And I remember this like it was yesterday. Manny Pacquiao should have fought Kell Brook. People always give Keith Thurman and everyone else a lot of static about Kell Brook. Technically, Manny was the first duck. Y'all don't even remember. Manny Pacquiao was the first duck. Kell Brook was under Frank Warren and pursuing the WBO route originally. When Frank Warren could not deliver Manny Pacquiao in a championship fight, though Kell Brook was rated #1, is when Kell Brook found the loophole to leave Frank Warren and said, you cannot get me a championship fight. And Eddie Hearn did, and moved him to the IBF and got him the Sean Porter fight. You see what I'm saying? So Kell has always been looking for proper guidance, but he could never get it. Frank Warren and Kell Brook's father had a great relationship. Frank Warren go way back with Kell Brook. And he couldn't deliver for Kell Brook. And Kell left them at the snap of a finger and went to young, up-and-coming Eddie Hearn, who had just put that big 80,000 seat fighter on with Carl Froch and George Groves. Man, Kell Brook saw that. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the track. And he ran to Eddie Hearn. Anthony Joshua wasn't even a full star at the time. It was Carl Froch. Carl Froch was the big man on campus. And Kell Brook has always looked for proper guidance. Unfortunately, he didn't find it with Frank Warren, and he didn't find it with Eddie Hearn, unfortunately. And maybe that's why now, in this point of his career, he's taking things into his own hands. You know, I'm about to get up out of here, fam. Remember, he's not fighting in the IBF. There will not be a 10-pound weight limit. Facts, Mike. Hey, that can be the major difference. That can be the major. A lot of us say he's cutting weight, and of course, you know, it's going to hurt his stamina going down the stretch. But we're not talking about the fact that he will rehydrate properly. He is not going to be under no limitations for rehydration this time around. Neither will Bud. But a bigger Kell Brook, comfortable, coming in a fight night, fully rehydrated, after eating a good meal, we'll see, man. It's little things like that that can make or break a fight, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will have family over in England, be in Birmingham. Oh, okay. Hey, fine, ladies, blood. Hey, fine, bro. Hey, to the UK, man. I don't understand y'all, bro. Like, y'all don't like the ladies with the hips and the breasts and all. Like, y'all want them straight up and down, man, like skinny type model women. Bro, we like them with a little meat on their bone. So y'all be just tossing them to the side. I remember going over there, man, and seeing so many women that would be considered literally dime pieces here in America. They walked around here, every dude and their mamas would be trying to get them. But over there, they just be sitting around just like wandering like off to themselves. When they see cats like us come, they flock to us. I'm being 100. I remember how it was like and I used to sit around like, bro, like British dudes used to be like, oh, no, she's this and she's that. And I used to be looking at her like, shorty bad. What are you talking about? Man, she fat to death, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, we don't. They wasn't into that look. So it was like more for me. You know what I mean? And I went over that joint, man, and acted a donkey. You hear me? Real spill, man. Yeah, I don't like to believe all that hype about he been working the hardest. We just saw Loma saying all that, and now he is claiming that he is injured. Yeah, man. You know, I didn't even cover that, Zeno, man, for reasons, you know, I could have really leaned on Lomachenko Nation with that, because Lomachenko Nation is one of the prime suspects in the anti-Wilder crowd. And we already know how this go. Wilder, you know, he didn't come out with pictures of him laying in the bed looking like he just had, you know, open heart surgery with wires and tubes and casts and laying in a robe and you know, he's just like happy to be, you know, we didn't see that from Bomb Squad. But Lomachenko Nation, y'all got to pass on that, because y'all were right here giving me the business about Bomb Squad. I'm gonna let that go for now. But y'all the main corporates, you know what I mean? Lomachenko Nation, facts, you know what I'm saying? Real spill. But your boy running around here, oh, I'm so hurt from hitting the air. He did a Guillermo Regan Diao, y'all. He got injured from hitting the air. Yikes. You know what I'm saying? If he gets hurt like that against Earl or Brook, they will finish him because they are finishers and elite fighters. Okay. All right. Yeah, if and it's possible, man. It is very possible. See, Mike, I'm glad they know. Like I told y'all from the jump, I'm glad to see so many people believing in Kell Brook early on in this fight. Because if Bud does this, he deserves 100% full credit. And I am laying this all out there right before the fight. I don't want y'all coming here post-fight. Oh, man, he shouldn't have been at the weight class. Oh, man, I just didn't see him. I think he still had to quit in him, and I think this was wrong. Everybody is telling me that Kell Brook has a chance in this fight. I've checked with everyone. No, I'm giving them full credit. Cool. Even the anti-Bud crowd went to some of them. Oh, I'm giving them full credit. Cool. Let's see if that same energy remains after the fight. I will be here. All of y'all that's bigging up Brook, remember, if Bud beat this man, stop this man. There's hashtag no excuses. Hashtag no excuses. How many okay, don't worry about it. Adrian, I think could break a million on pay-per-view. You think Adrian Broner could break a million? Nah, man. I think them days are over. I think nothing short of a great heavyweight fight at this point can break a million. That's what I believe. Nothing short of a great heavyweight fight. Yeah, I know damn well Bob Arum is blocking the fight. He was all for 60-40. He wouldn't take it, Bud. You can't get 50-50 fighting nobody. I don't know where that 60-40 stuff come from. Y'all be killing me. Y'all heard one line in a YouTube video somewhere of Earl Spence Jr. saying, okay, 60-40. And y'all think that's the real talk. Bro, PBC don't want Earl to fight that man right now. I don't care what offer or split you come up with. Don't matter. You could say if Bud he wouldn't do it because they'll hold him to it, but he could have said he took 30%. They still wouldn't have gave him the fight. Y'all don't get it. It's not on PBC's timeline. Y'all don't seem to understand that. It's not on PBC's timeline. They have themselves a pay-per-view attraction, and they want everybody to eat. It's the PBC model. They get a star, and they make everyone eat off the star. That's how it works. They did it with Floyd for years. They did it with Pacquiao for a short time. They eat off the star. So they raise Earl Spence Jr. to be the star of PBC. They are not going to feed him immediately across the street. They have to make sure that everyone over there has had their chance to get a bit of pay-per-view money. And then we'll get him over there. Only when we are done with his prestige. It's the same reason that they took Andy Ruiz and they set him down from the Joshua fight, from that third fight. It's because we're not going to let you go over there and lose. We know you ain't ready. Your mind ain't ready. Your body ain't ready. You will take that fight in a heartbeat for the paycheck, but we ain't letting you go over there. You know why? Because you still got some name recognition with you. You might have lost with AJ, but it's 1-1, and we can sell that. And we ain't going to let them sell it. We're going to sell it with our people. That's the way boxing moves. No one is going to take prestige off of my fighter unless it's going to be me. So once PBC has had their feel with Earl Spence Jr., once he's been passed around like a joint, and everyone who wouldn't give him a shot, he has to give them a shot and give them pay-per-view money and make them pay-per-view attractions, because Keith never had a pay-per-view fight prior to Manny, because Sean wasn't on pay-per-view prior to Earl. You feel where I'm going? Danny wants a pay-per-view fight. He needs Earl. Everyone gets to eat off Earl, but Earl didn't get a chance to eat off none of them. And that's what's disappointing about this whole deal. Because if Earl really stood up, he can say, screw all of y'all. I'm going to Bud, because Bud never ran from day one of coming to this weight class. He's always called my name. But when y'all were on top, none of y'all called my name. But I got to give each and every one of y'all a pay-per-view fight. How do you feel for real if you Earl? Huh? Yeah, I mean, he talks crap against Keith. I can't stand Keith. Oh, I hate Keith. Keith is this, Keith is that. But guess what? He's going to probably end up having to fight Keith. Now, from what I understand from Terence Crawford, from Earl Spence Jr., from what I understand, he hates Keith and he respects Bud. But he can't fight Bud, but he got to fight Keith. You feel me? And that's what makes this stuff so crazy to me. I would have, man, bro, my respect level for Earl would have went through the roof if he'd have stood up and said, you know what, I'm making y'all wait. Bud ain't never make me wait. Y'all made me wait. Sean ain't really want that fight. He was forced into that fight. He tried to go through every WBC loophole that he can find. Y'all ain't want to give me that fight. When Keith and Danny was mixing it up, no one was talking about me. I would have loved to see Earl Spence Jr. stand up and say, y'all gonna wait. Y'all gonna wait until me and Bud settle who the top dog, and then all of y'all fall in line. Man, Slim, I would have just... See, y'all be so pro sides, pro PBC, pro top rank. Fuck all that. I'm pro fighter. So I would have loved to see Earl step up and literally turn his back on PBC. Where are they going? They ain't going nowhere. They built you, bro. They ain't going nowhere. You are their only pay-per-view attraction right now. They ain't going nowhere. You got power. I would have loved to see it. Wishful thinking. But they free. They're free, man. They're their own bosses. You know what I'm saying? They're so free. But the biggest fight on the planet can't be made. You know what I mean? Biggest fight on the planet can't be made. Bud is way more accomplished in boxing than Spence. Yeah, facts. That's without saying. Yep. COVID crumbs now. Yep. Just kind of going through y'all comments real quick. Y'all can keep using the promoters as an excuse. Meanwhile, when Jeff Horn had the WBO, all them PBC dudes wanted to fight him. God, Pito, you're killing him this morning, fam. You're killing him. Let me remind you, Horn was top rank. You're making this too easy for me. You're killing him, bro. You're killing him. That's so much facts right there. Everybody wanted Jeff Horn, right? Oh, yeah, we got Jeff. I love to fight Jeff Horn. Bring on Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn for everyone. Until Bud got their belt. Then it was, the WB no, and no one wants the belt, and who is he really beating, and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, switch up gang, you know what I mean? God damn, hey bro. Hey Pito, you're killing them, bro. You killing them. You know what I'm saying? You killing them. Yeah, man. Brook might break that boy jaw. Could. Brook got a straight right, man, that's from heaven, bro. Like, he throws it so perfect. And he lines it up so well. Brook got a straight right, man. That's just one of the most beautiful straight rights in boxing. His punches are so straight. He puts the right amount of length to put you on the end of those punches. Brook has a 1-2 that's just made for Brook, tailor-made for Brook. It can happen. It can land. But Terence Crawford is a different creature, y'all. Different creature. All right, man. I'm going to get on up out of here. I just wanted to kind of wrap up what Carl Froch was talking about. Let me get a couple of them because y'all coming in. I'm gonna get a couple more y'all. And hold on. Pito says, yo, man, then had a car accident and now he's fighting Danny Garcia. And I expect him to chase Pac-Man if he gets past Garcia, avoiding Bud once again, which will put him closer to 35. Will put Terence Crawford closer to 35 years old. And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's gonna be literally 35 years old before Bud gets to fight any of them. And he came to the weight class at 30. Man, I can't. Just saying that just makes me go, how can y'all be on board with that, bro? Like, that man has been at welterweight since he was 30 years old. And 5-6 years later, he's just starting to fight those across the street. Man, this shit crazy. And then Bud signed with the wrong promote. Man, I don't even want to open all that. Renee Box Young is in the building, my fam. Bam, what's up, man? Salute to Mexico and salute to the fam, Renee Box Young, man. Renee bringing that heat over there, man. Y'all need to go check him out, man. I'm loving your live streams, Renee. Keep them going, fam, bam. Keep them going. Salute to you, fam. Salute to the chat. Salute to Renee, man. So Renee is fam. Y'all already know. Y'all go check out Renee, man. Renee doing it good over there, man. Loving the lives, bro. I'm always playing the back, man. I'm always listening to you, fam. Always know that. Boxing should delete these divisions, 122, 130, and 168. Hey, they adding divisions, fam. We just covered this yesterday. They adding divisions, man. Yeah, you're right. It would be nice if they cut the divisions and the belts down, but we got us a whole new division thankful to Mauricio Suleiman. He says it's because of safety, y'all. The same way he told us from 15 rounds going down to 12 rounds was because of safety. Then we hear it was because of the TV stations. He says the clean boxing program was because of safety. But then we heard about that they're making astronomical amounts of money through fines of these fighters. It's all for safety. If anybody want to do something for safety, let's have a reevaluation of horsehair gloves. If you want to talk safety, let's have a reevaluation of horsehair gloves, manipulated gloves. If you want to talk safety, let's talk real spill. Other than that, man, ain't nobody paying Mauricio Suleiman no attention. You know what I'm saying? No attention. None whatsoever. Brook is a name brand fight for Crawford. Also, I feel Brook is a gatekeeper for 147. So Crawford needs to get in there and handle it. Exactly. Crawford needs to get in there and not play with this man. This is not Aegis Kalvalauskas. You cannot start off super slow against Kell Brook. He is going to bring a fight to you. And it's going to be hard to push him. It's going to be hard to wrestle him. I know Bud is a good wrestler and all that, but this man is strong. Bud is going to have to be on his A game, and he got to make very minimal mistakes. I would suggest that he keep Kell Brook moving early. Moving, working early. I would heavily suggest that you do not need a strong Brook going down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. We like women with a bit of cake on their behind. I ain't trying to smash Melania Trump. Hey, bro, thank you, bro, because I was wondering. Like all of my homies over there, I'm like, bro, hey, she can use a steak sandwich, bro. Like toss her a pot roast or something, man. Like she need a little bit more in the back, man. Yeah, but they wouldn't. Bro, they wasn't. I was like, all right, more for me. Bro, I'm smashing them joints, man, over there left, man. My God. And then bro, I lie to you not. I mean, one of the funniest things that I seen when I was over there. When I go over there, I see all of these Americans in the UK at 18 years old, permanent residents of the UK, never coming back to America. Facts. You got a whole bunch of Americans over there, man. And I'd be like, why you ain't coming? Man, I ain't going back over there, man. It's too good over here. They got the most beautiful women that they've ever been with in their entire life. Scared as hell to bring them back to America. That's what you got over there, champ. You got some the most beautiful women. Dudes get them. They ain't never been with a chick this bad in their whole life, and they scared as hell to bring them back here. So they rather stay there and keep them there. Facts. That was funny. I used to be like, bro, man, you ain't going back to see your moms and see your family, man. I ain't seen my mother in 15 years, man. You know what I mean? What? You ain't seen your mother in 15? Nah, bro. Why you ain't saying you took your woman over? Nah, man. Mom's gonna have to come over here and see me. You'd be like, what? She got to come over here and see you. She ain't got a passport. Yeah, but she better find one. I'm not taking my woman over to America. A bunch of square lames scared to bring them chicks over here because they're going to get taken. Or they scared that the women going to get America-itis and, you know, grow independent. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? Y'all know the joke. So you got a whole group of them over there, man, just living there. And ain't nobody coming back home, man. Real spill. Hey, Renee says, man, Bud is finishing Brook off, family. Okay. And you know what? I can see it. I think if Brook loses in humiliating fashion, Renee, he is definitely done. Any of us speculating about whether he'll be done, he'll be definitely done. If he gets dusted, he gets stopped, especially early, then Kell Brook is definitely going to retire. Definitely going to retire. You know what I'm saying? All day. Here we go. We always get one. What has Bud ever sold? Here's my question to that, Brandon. Here's my answer to that, Brandon. Who gives a damn what has he ever sold? Who gives a damn? Oh, you saying as far as the A side, B side conversation? Accomplishments, man. Number one pound for pound, former undisputed champion, 3-division champion, has better accomplishments than every PBC welterweight combined. I think that's good enough in my book. If that don't get him 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Combined, literally combined. You know what I'm saying? Tell you one thing, Bud sells more than Charlo's 125 pay-per-view. Yeah, the good thing, this one ain't even on pay-per-view. This is going on ESPN regular, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I think Bud, if they would have put this on pay-per-view, it did better. But I don't want to diss Charlo's 125, man. It's a pandemic, bro. I'm fully aware of what's going on out here, man. Charlo's are stars, bro. Charlo's are certified stars, in my opinion. And they deserve it. And Jamel Charlo is making it to the top 5 of pound for pound list. Now, I seen ESPN list. They didn't even put Jamel Charlo name on the list, champ. But you got Gennady Golovkin and you keep Vasyl Lomachenko in the top 10. But you don't put Jamel Charlo's name on your funky ass list, on your little funky ass list. You know what I mean? You keep it. Yeah, they put Bud number 1, but we all know Bud number 1. We don't need y'all to tell us that. You keep your little funky list. You don't even put a Charlo on your list. The man cleaned this division out. He beat, I mean, he didn't beat Hurd, but and I want to see him face Harrison again, fam. I do want to see that third fight. But he beat Harrison. He beat the man. What's his name? Mungia. Mungia ran for the hills. You know what I mean? He cleaned the division out. Show this man some respect. He got 3 belts. And y'all don't even put him on the list? Come on, man. Come on, man. Something ain't right with that, man. You already know. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk in the building. Salute to the DMV homies over there. Everybody that hear me, man, check out Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. A channel that not only brings you boxing talk, but they do it with crazy amounts of entertainment, man. You will be entertained all day. Salute, fam. Good up, man. What's up with you, man? What's up with you? Niggas putting protection plans on they bitches out here. You know what I mean? Them joints gonna have some expiration dates, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get all that. These protection plans are running everywhere, bro. They are everywhere. Protection plans ran everywhere. Sent from Liberty Mutual. You know what I'm saying? Liberty Mutual got protection plans on sale. Yes, sir, man. Exactly. You already know. You already know. You already know. Champ, Hope Brook shows up and performs. Anything else is bonus. If he can make it competitive first half and doesn't quit, goes out on his shield or lose a UD, then that's a win for me. And it will be a win for him as well. Because you give a good showing, even if you fall short, you will live to fight another day. And people will come to rally for Kell Brook if he approaches this fight like he really is going to win it. And he gives Bud a run for his money, split decision, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that. Even in the UD, like you said, but with a valiant effort, he still walks away to fight another day. But he gets stopped. He gets embarrassed. He gets humiliated. I think Brook is done. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, fam? Bam. What's up with you, man? Charlo did his thing, and he is not there. ESPN full of shit. Yeah, they are, bro. They are. They straight full of it, bro. And that's why you can't, go off none of these lists. Make your own. Sit down and do your own research. Come to your own conclusions out there. Do not use ESPN or any of these other places. Just sit down as a boxing fan and do your own list. That's what I did. You know what I mean? And that's why, because some of these lists are just too politically driven. They're too politically biased. You know what I mean? They keep Canelo Alvarez floating at the top at all times. Like the Ring magazine. I think they got him number 1. We all know that Canelo ain't number 1. We all know that Canelo didn't been hooked up, but of course, political bias. We all know what this is, bro. I support y'all pound for pound. If I come in one of the channels, I get on YouTube and I don't know. I see Renee Box Young just did a pound for pound list. His list will take precedence over ESPN's list all day with me, any day of the week. His list, I put that way above ESPN's trash, funky little list. So miss me with it. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Any of the fam. I respect y'all lists. Any of the fam. D-Lo 404 Boxer, let him do a list. I respect his list. Black Star, let him do a list. I'll respect that list. Blood, OG, let him do a list. Oh, we all definitely respecting that list over ESPN. Man, that list, man, that was terrible, bro. Just straight up politically driven, man. Straight up politically driven, man. Real spill, man. But I'm going to get on up out of here, man. I've been chopping it up long enough, man. This was supposed to be a 20-minute video, and here we are, hour and a half in, man. Much love to the fam, man. I wanted to come through early. Like I said, I'm not feeling too well today. A little shaky over here. I'm about to go and give me a little bit of rest, get some fluids in my body. It's food poisoning. It's not a game. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Watch out for these DoorDashes, these Uber Eats, man. Check your food, man. Check your food. Make sure it's well cooked. They are shooting this food out of these doors, trying to make a buck, and they're not cooking this food all the way. You know what I'm saying? And so check y'all food, man, because I ate a sandwich that threw me upside down all around, and I needed antibiotics and some more shit just to get through it. You know what I mean? So I'm telling y'all straight like that, man. Straight like that. Napoleon Armstrong, who is on Spence resume other than Brook and Porter? Don't say Lil Mike and Danny can't get a top win. Facts. Brook, Porter, Lamont. 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 But I will say Earl Spence Jr. is the #1 welterweight. He is. He's the only unified welterweight, and he deserves so. If he comes back and he beat Danny Garcia, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. And we should be talking Bud next. The winner of Bud Brook should be getting the winner of Spence versus Danny. There's nowhere else to go for Earl after this. There's nowhere else to go. Unless it's Keith Thurman, which I seriously doubt. But other than that, there's nowhere left to go. And truth be told, Keith may have to just wait. Keith may have to just wait. If he goes to Keith Thurman after Danny Garcia, Bud will be 35 years old before they face each other. That's just the way it's going. Facts of the matter. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Let me get out of here, fam. Salute to everybody in Mainman's boxing forum. Salute to the whole entire fam, man. I could not do a full We Talking Boxing the way I do it because I'm just not feeling well. And I couldn't set up the software and get all of the quotes and, you know, I just wasn't feeling up to it. So I will come back on the next show and we will do it a full-fledged We Talking Boxing show, boxing history, the whole nine. And most importantly, I will be getting the fam up on the channel. So let me get up out of here, fam. Much love to y'all, man. I'll see y'all real soon. To the next video. Peace out.